All right, let's go ahead and start. So if you are using the Spotify playlist, you can go ahead and push play now. We're going to begin in a seated position with your legs crossed. I'm going to be facing you, but you can face the top of your mat. Just rest your hands on your legs. Soften your shoulders down. And inhale, shrug your shoulders up to your ears. Exhale, roll your shoulders down your back. Again, like that. Inhale, shoulders lift. And exhale, softly lower them down. Allow your eyes to soften or close. And just take it first few moments to connect with your breath. Ground down through your sitting bones. Lift the crown of your head, gentle tuck in your chin. Begin to form a relationship with your breath. Just let it be soft and easy without trying to force anything. Imagine your breath beginning at your belly button. And as you inhale, it comes up all the way through the crown of your head. And as you exhale, lowers down all the way to the base of your spine. Inhale, belly to crown. Exhale, crown to the base of your spine. Inhale. Exhale. Take a few breaths like this at your own pace. Soften the muscles in your face and in your jaw. Just let your arms hang heavy. Begin to create a slight constriction in the back of your throat. So if your mouth was open, it's as though you were to be fogging a mirror, but your lips are sealed. So it's a slightly audible whisper sound as you breathe in and out. This is Ujjayi breath. It gives your mind a point of focus as you move through class. Helps you stay grounded and centered as you move. Gently open your eyes and shift yourself back. Extend your legs bent in front of you and reach your fingertips forward and then slowly lower yourself down until you feel engagement in your lower abdominal muscles. You can stay here with your feet on the ground, or for more challenge, come to your toes. And to take it further, lift your feet up with your shins parallel to the mat. Bring your hands together at your heart, and then twist to the right. Bring your outer left arm to your outer right leg. Wrap your chest open toward your hands, and breathe. Beginning to create heat in your lower abdominal muscles. And slowly unwind to center. Twist the opposite way, outer right arm to outer left leg. You can lower your feet at any time if they're lifted, if you find that you're compromising your low back. So if there's rounding through your low back, just lower your feet down to the mat. Check in with your breath. And slowly unwind once more. Reach your fingertips forward. Take a breath in, lift your chest. And then cross your legs in front of you. rock forward to come into a table position with your shoulders over your wrists, hips over your knees, tuck your toes. Inhale, lift your tailbone on the crown of your head. Allow your belly to drape down toward your mat. Exhale, round your spine, chin to chest. Inhale, belly lowers, gaze up, cow pose. Exhale, round and coil in, cat. Flow through a few cat-cows at your own pace. Use your inhale and exhale as you move. If it feels good to you, you can take a few barrel rolls. Round your torso like a jump rope. And switch directions. Make your way back to center. Extend your right leg behind you. Wrap your right toes down toward the mat. Then extend your left arm forward to balance on your right hand and your left knee. And slowly extend your right leg out to the right and your left arm out to the left. Notice how that changes your balance. Keep lifting your right foot, strengthening your outer right hip. Take a breath in. Exhale, left arm forward, right foot back. Moving with your breath now. Inhale, leg out, arm out. Exhale, forward and back. 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, re-extend, lift, and lower down. Take a round of cat-cow just to realign your spine. Switching sides now, extend your left leg long. Wrap your left toes down toward the mat. Extend your right arm forward with your thumb pointing up. Lift the back of your head toward the ceiling so you're not arching your back forward. Then extend your left leg to the left, right arm to the right. Keep your left foot lifted and flexed, toes flexed toward the top of your mat. Full breath in. Exhale, arm forward, leg back. Inhale to the side. Exhale, forward. 2 more times with your breath. Inhale. And exhale. Last one. Extend, lift, reach. And lower your hand and knee to the mat. Walk your hands forward about a palm print's distance. And lift your hips. Press up and back. Come in a down dog. Pedal out your legs. Shift your hips side to side. Nod your head yes and no to release your neck and shoulders. Begin to awaken your hamstrings and calves. Eventually find stillness in down dog. Feet are hip width distance, hands shoulder width distance. Keep a soft bend in your knees. Lengthen your tailbone up toward the top corner of the wall behind you. Inhale, come forward in a high plank pose with your shoulders over your wrists. Knees can be lowered for support here. Pull your belly in and then lengthen your tailbone toward the back of your mat. Inhale. Exhale, lower all the way down to your belly. Bring the tops of your feet to the mat. Hands alongside your shoulders. Press your feet down into the mat and inhale, lift your chest up. Baby cobra. Maybe lift your hands up off of the mat. Keep your gaze down the tip of your nose. Keep the back of your neck long. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift up and lengthen. And exhale, lower. Walk your hands back next to your lower rib cage. Hug your elbows in. Inhale, lift up about halfway. Full cobra. Drag your hands toward your hips as though you were to pull yourself through the center of your hands. Option to take upward facing dog. Extend your arms, lift your knees up off of the mat. Soften your shoulders down, chin parallel to mat. Exhale, press yourself back into down dog. Take a big breath in. Exhale, open mouth. One more time, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lift your right leg to the sky, three-legged dog. Wrap your right toes down toward the mat. Hips square to the floor. Lift your right leg just an inch higher. Exhale, step your right foot to the top of your mat to come into a lunge. Lower your left knee down. Inhale, reach your arms overhead, Anjaneyasana. Press into the inner edge of your right foot. Draw your right heel toward the center of your mat. Your left knee toward the center of your mat. So your hips are square. Then interlace your hands behind your back. Inhale, lift your chest as you draw your hands down the back of your left leg. Just a gentle back bend here. And then come back up and bring your interlaced hands to your outer right hip so that they are interlaced just outside of your right side. Gazes forward and then lower your right ear to your right shoulder. Stretch the left side of your neck. You can move your head forward and back to a place that feels good on your left shoulder. And bring your head back up to center. Reach your arms up high. Inhale. Exhale, lower your hands down to your mat. Shift your hips back, extend your right leg, flex your right toes towards your chest. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold forward over your right leg. Right knee can be as bent as needed here, depending on your hamstring flexibility. Just opening up your right hip, your right hamstring. And walk yourself forward, rebend your right knee. Lift your left knee up off of the mat. Keep your left hand down. Inhale, reach your right arm up to come into simple twist. Full engagement in your left thigh. Keep wrapping your right hip down. Opening up your shoulder girdle now. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, reach forward, sweep down toward the mat, and circle back up. Inhale. Exhale, forward, down, and back. One more time, inhale, exhale. Lower your hand down to your mat, step back into high plank. Again, knees can be lowered, take a breath in. Exhale, lower down halfway or all the way to your belly. Inhale, pull through to cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale to down dog. Inhale, lift your left heel high, three-legged dog. Keep your left hip wrapping down toward the mat. Spin your inner left thigh up toward the ceiling. Lift your left heel an inch and step your left foot to the top of your mat, low lunge. Lower your right knee down. Inhale, reach your arms overhead. Keep your lower rib cage drawing down and in toward your upper hip points so that you're not dumping into your low back. And interlace your hands behind you with your opposite thumb on top this time. Inhale, lift your chest and extend your fingertips down your right leg. Lift your sternum, draw your shoulder blades together on your back body. Then come back up and bring your interlaced hands to your outer left hip. And then draw your left ear to your left shoulder to stretch the right side of your neck. It may feel good to move your head forward and back, gently massaging your right shoulder and neck. Bring your head back up to center, reach your arms up high. Lower your hands down, shift your hips back, extend your left leg. Flex your left toes towards your chest, take a breath in, lengthen. Exhale, fold forward over your left leg. Soften your chest down toward your upper left thigh. Walk yourself forward, rebend your left knee, lift your right knee up off of the mat, right hand remains down. Inhale, reach your left arm up for your twist. Shoulders are stacked. Reach your left fingertips high, make space, and take a breath in. Exhale, reach forward, down, and back with your left hand. Extend up. Inhale. Exhale, round. One more time through, inhale, exhale, around. Lower your left hand down, step your left foot back, high plank, inhale. Exhale, chaturanga or lower to the belly. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, press back, down dog. Inhale, full breath. Open mouth, exhale. Inhale, lift to your toes, bend your knees, and walk to the top of your mat. Feet hip width distance in parallel. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale, fold forward. Interlace your hands behind your back, and then extend your fingertips up and over. If this is too intense, you can skip the shoulder stretch. Knees can be as bent here as needed. But just let your head hang heavy. Shift your weight a little bit into your toes. Spin your inner thighs toward the back of your mat. Torso drapes over your upper thighs. Release your hands down to your mat. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Walk your big toes to touch. Exhale, fold forward. Bend your knees and slowly roll yourself up to standing, one vertebra at a time. Stack your spine, palms face forward, stand tall, Tadasana. Inhale, reach your arms up high, bring your palms together. Exhale, lower your hands down to your heart center. Surya Namaskar A, Sun Salutation A. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, dive forward with a flat back. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana or float high to low to belly. Inhale, lift your chest up, upward dog. Exhale, down dog. That series of postures is called a vinyasa. So when you hear me say move through your vinyasa, that's what I mean. If chaturanga or going to your belly is too much for your shoulders, just go straight to down dog. Or take a cat-cow with your knees on the floor. Inhale, lift to your toes, bend your knees, and travel to the top of your mat. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise to stand with a flat back. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Again, inhale, reach arms high. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Take 3 breaths. Keep your heels softening down toward the mat. Continue to breathe in and out through your nose. Inhale, prepare, come to your toes, bend your knees. Exhale, travel to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise to stand with a flat back. Exhale, hands to your heart. One more time through. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. 3 steady breaths. Now we're going to stay here in down dog and continue on. Inhale, lift your right heel to the sky. Then open your right hip up and point your toes toward the ceiling. Bend your right knee toward your left hip. Keep wrapping your right shoulder down. The tendency is to open to the right here. But to avoid that, look underneath your left arm. See if you can spy your right toe. Inhale, re-extend your right leg, 3-legged dog. Exhale, step your right foot behind your right hand and lower your left heel down toward the mat. Inhale, reach your arms overhead, coming into warrior one. Feet are about hip width distance or maybe a little bit wider here. This will allow you to square your hips forward toward the front of your mat. Keep your right knee stacked over your right ankle. Then press down into the outer edge of your left foot. Keep your legs as they are. And interlace your hands behind you. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, fold forward, bringing your right shoulder to your right upper thigh. Lower the crown of your head down toward the mat. Humble warrior. Now you can see your left foot here, so actively press into the outer edge of your left foot. Slight arch in your left foot. Take one more breath here. And release your hands down toward your mat. Walk your hands back toward your left foot and extend your right leg with your right toes pointing up toward the ceiling. This is Skandasana. So your left heel might be on the mat here if you have the space. Otherwise, it may be lifted. You can also be up higher in Skandasana if that's too much for your inner thigh. Hands can remain on the ground or bring your hands to your heart to balance. And slowly walk your hands back up to the top of your mat. Step your right foot back into down dog or flow through a vinyasa if you would like. Inhale, lift your left leg high. Then point your left toes high, open your hip to the left, bend your left knee and lower your left heel toward your right hip. Soften your left shoulder down toward the mat. Maybe look underneath your right shoulder at your left foot. Re-extend your left leg high. Inhale. Exhale, step behind your left wrist and lower your right heel down to the mat. Inhale, reach your arms overhead, coming into warrior one. Draw your left hip back, right hip slightly forward. And spin your inner right thigh toward the back of your mat. Pull your belly in and then soften your shoulders. Use these moments of stillness to reconnect with your breath. And interlace your hands behind you, opposite thumb on top. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, fold forward over your left leg. Extend your interlaced fingers up toward the sky. Soften the crown of your head down toward the floor. Still using full engagement here, so you're not dumping into your left leg, Use your strength to hold you up. And lower your hands down to the mat. Walk your hands toward the back of your mat. Bend your right knee. Flex your left toes up toward the ceiling to come into Skandasana. Again, your hands can remain here on the mat. Take whatever variation is suitable for you. You can also bring your hands to your heart. Find your balance. And breathe. And walk your hands back to the top of your mat. Step your left foot back, down dog, or flow through vinyasa. Inhale, lift to your toes, bend your knees, and travel to the top of your mat. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise to stand with a flat back. Sweep your arms high. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Bring your big toes to touch. Weight mostly in your heels. And bend your knees and sit low to come into chair pose. So keep your weight in your heels here. Then take a look down and see if you can lift your toes. If not, shift your weight back a little bit more. Then pull your belly and lift your chest. Extend your arms forward with your elbows framing your ears. We're going to find some movement in chair pose here, so take a breath in. Exhale, sweep your right arm back and look over your right shoulder. Inhale, reach your right arm up. Exhale, sweep your left arm back. Inhale up. Exhale, right. Inhale. Exhale, left. One more time on each side. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, reach your arms high. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Heel toe your feet about hip width distance. Grab your two big toes with your peace fingers and thumb. Your knees may be really bent here, and that's okay. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold forward over your upper thighs. You can use your fingers and your thumb to draw yourself deeper into the stretch. Bend your right and left elbows out to the side. And just like we did before, let your head hang heavy. And release your toes, bend your knees, and slowly roll yourself up to standing once more. Stack your spine. Palms face forward. Inhale, shrug your shoulders up high to your ears. Exhale, roll your shoulders down your back. Stand tall. Bring your weight into your left foot, and then lift your right foot up and extend your arms to the ceiling. So your right thigh is parallel to the ground here. Pull your belly in, shoulders remain stacked over your hips. So if you notice you're leaning back, stand up taller, engage your core. Then cross your right ankle above your left knee, making a four figure with your legs. Flex your right toes, bring your hands to your heart, and lower down, squatting in your left leg. Keep your chest lifted here, just like when you were in chair pose. Wrap your outer right hip down toward the mat. Stay connected with your breath. Inhale, stand tall, lift your right leg, reach your arms high. And then slowly and gently step your right foot back about 2.5 to 3 feet on your mat. Bring your hands to your hips. So your feet are about hip width distance here. Back foot at 45 degrees, so you can square your hips toward the front of your mat. Inhale to grow tall. Exhale, fold forward over your left leg. Bring your hands down to the mat, or if you have yoga blocks and you'd like a little bit more space, you can bring your hands to blocks. And fold forward over your left leg. Spin your inner left thigh toward the back of your mat and wrap your left hip toward the back of your mat. And slowly gaze forward. Begin to walk your hands forward, bend your left knee, and lift your right leg up off of the mat. You can have your right leg parallel to your mat, or if you'd like to take standing splits, forward fold over your left leg and lift your right leg up. And spin your inner right thigh up toward the ceiling, lift your heel. Everybody take a breath in. Exhale, bend both knees into a squat. Inhale, re-extend your right leg. Exhale, squat down. One more time. Inhale to lift. Exhale, squat. Inhale, lengthen out. Lower your right foot back down to the mat. Bring your hands to your hips and rise back up to standing. Now this can be done here with your feet on the ground. If you'd like a little bit more of a balance challenge, come to the tips of your toes. Whichever you'd like, extend your arms to the sky. So pull your belly in, full core engagement, lift your chest, and take a big breath in. Exhale, sweep your left arm behind you, right arm forward to twist. Notice how that changes your balance. No, you won't fall far. If you do. Inhale, re-extend both arms high. And exhale, open up to warrior two. So scoot your right leg back just a little bit here. Left toes point toward the front of your mat. Press into the outer edge of your right foot. And take a peek down at your left knee. Notice if you can see your toes beyond your knee. If you can't, that means your knee is a little too far forward and come back a little bit. And gaze over your left fingertips. Take a few breaths. And take a big breath in, get long through your waistline. Exhale, reach forward, bring your left forearm to your left thigh, reach your right arm high. Side angle pose. And wrap your right arm behind you and catch the top of your left leg with your right hand. Open your chest back up toward the ceiling. If this doesn't happen, if your right hand doesn't come to your left leg, just bring your hand to your low back. But if you notice you're dumping forward too much with your right shoulder, just back off a little bit with the bind. Stay soft in your left arm. Use your core. Hold yourself up. And keep your right arm as it is. Then begin to extend your left leg. Your left hand can come down to your left leg for triangle, or down to the floor if you have space. Keep opening your chest up toward the ceiling. Then reach your right arm up high once more. You can gaze up at your right hand if that feels okay on your neck. Otherwise, gazing forward or down at your left foot is fine as well. And on your inhale, rise back up, reach your left arm high, slide your right hand down your right leg, reverse triangle. Press your hips forward, open your entire left side. Then come back up to center, return to warrior two. Sweep your right arm down and forward, coming into high lunge. Bend your right knee as though you're going to launch forward, because you are. And then step your right foot up. Hover your right foot up, balance, standing tall. And lower your right foot down to shake it out. All right, time to switch sides. Bring your weight into your right foot. Bend your left knee. And lift your left foot up off of the mat. Extend your arms overhead. Root down into your right foot. Lift your left knee a little bit higher. And cross your left ankle above your right knee. Bend your right knee and bring your hands to your heart for figure 4. Just like in chair pose, weight is mostly in your right heel. Flex your left toes and open your left hip. Lift your chest and breathe. And on your inhale, rise to stand, lift your left knee up, balance, and step your left foot back 2.5 to 3 feet on your mat. Feet hip width distance from one another, back foot 45 degrees, hands to your hips. Square your hips forward toward the front of your mat. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, fold forward over your right leg. Press into the ball mound of your right foot. Spin your inner right thigh toward the back of your mat. Keep pressing down into the outer edge of your left foot. Hands come down to the floor. Or if you have blocks, you're welcome to bring your hands to your blocks. Walk your hands forward, bend your right knee, and begin to lift your left foot up off of the mat. Spin your inner left thigh toward the ceiling. You can stay here with your chest lifted or fold forward over your right leg to come into standing splits. Maintain a soft bend in your right knee. Lift your left leg up just a bit. Inhale. Exhale, bend both knees. Shiva squat. Inhale, extend. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift up, extend. And lower your left foot back down on the mat. Bring your hands to your hips and rise up to stand. You can keep your heels down on the floor here, again, or to come into your balance, come to the tips of your toes. Extend your arms high. Take a breath in. Exhale, sweep your right arm behind you, left arm forward to twist. To test your balance, maybe look back at your right thumb. Keep your belly pulling in. Slowly unwind, bring both arms up, lower your heels, and lower down or open up to warrior 2. Right toes point forward, left foot parallel to the back edge of your mat. Shoulders in line over your hips. Soften your shoulders and gaze over your right fingertips. Press your right knee out to the pinky toe side of your right foot. Inhale, get length in your spine. Exhale, reach forward, right forearm to your right thigh. Extend your left arm high, side angle pose. Draw your right hip under, stack your left hip on top. Sweep your left arm behind you, catch the top of your right thigh with your left hand. Open your chest up toward the ceiling. Stay connected to the outer edge of your left foot. Lift the heel or the arch of your left foot. Breathe. Keep your left arm as it is. Extend your right leg and lower your right hand either to your right leg or down to a block to come in a bound triangle. And unwind your left arm, reach your left arm high. Shoulders are stacked, maybe look up at your left thumb, forward or down at your right foot. Inhale, reach your right arm up and back, reverse triangle. Press your hips forward, open up the right side of your body. And come back to warrior two. Sweep your left arm forward and up to come into a lunge. Bend your left knee, begin to launch. Forward, here you go. Lift your left leg up. Balance on your right foot, one more breath. And lower your left foot down and shake it out. Good job, everyone. Bring your feet about hip width distance or about as wide as your mat. Bring your hands to your heart and lower down into a squat. Malasana pose. So if your heels are lifted here, that's okay. Or if you have blocks or something to sit on, if this is too much for your inner thighs or knees, you can place a block or books or something underneath your sitting bones. Press your elbows into your knees, opening your hips. Lift your chest. Then bring your right hand to the outside, right outside of edge of your mat, and reach your left arm up. You can keep your left arm up or find your bind. Either grab the top of your right leg, or if you have space, interlace your right arm behind you and grab your right hand with your left hand. Just go as far as your body is allowing you to go today, with integrity in your spine and in your breath. And slowly unwind, re-extend your left arm. Lower your left hand outside of your left side of your mat. Inhale, reach your right arm up. Start with your chest open. And you can stay here or wrap your right arm behind you to either catch the top of your left leg or bind your right arm behind you and grab your left hand with your right arm. And slowly unwind. Bring your hands down to your mat. Stretch your fingertips forward. Round your back just for a moment. And bring your hands to your mat. Walk your heels in, your feet in. Feet hip width distance. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold forward. Grab your elbows and hang in ragdoll. Just sway side to side. Release your neck and shoulders. Release your hands down to your mat, bend your knees, and slowly roll up to standing. Stack your spine. So we're all warmed up for the peak pose of the class. You may need a yoga strap, or I should have mentioned at the beginning of class, if you have a towel or something like that, it could be useful here depending on where you end up going. So if you want to run and grab that real quick, you can. But you may not need it. But if you have something, keep it close by. So we'll start here by stepping your right foot back and come into warrior two. So everybody's in warrior two. Then take a breath in. Reach forward, left forearm to your left thigh, and extend your right arm high. We've been here before. Now you're welcome to stay right here. To go further, you can bind your right arm behind you, and here's where your strap can come in handy. Wrap your left arm underneath you and either grab your hands or your strap. So keep your chest lifted here wherever you are. Now you're welcome again to stay here. If you'd like to take it further, gaze down at your left foot, walk your right foot in. I'm going to be doing this facing you. We're coming into bird of paradise. Bring your weight into your right foot. Begin to lift your left leg up. Hug your knee in, standing tall. Again, you can stay here with your left knee bent or begin to extend your left leg. Just play around with it. Make it fun. And when you are ready, lower your left foot down. If you have it lifted, walk your right foot back. Let go of your strap and come back up to warrior two. Bring your hands to your hips. Step your right foot forward to meet your left. We're going to switch sides now. Step your left foot back. Start in warrior two. Take a breath in. Exhale, reach forward, right forearm to your right thigh. Extend your left arm high. And for the bind, reach your left arm behind you and grab the top of your thigh or use your strap. So if you have the bind with your hands, keep your chest open and lifted. If you're taking bird of paradise, walk your left foot in. Bring your weight into your left foot. Begin to stand tall. Extend your right toes. Breathe. And when you're ready, lower your right foot down. Step your left foot back. Come up into warrior two. And lower your hands down to the mat. Step your right foot back and come into child's pose. Just let all that go. Take a big full breath in. And exhale. Just let your hips soften to your heels. Relax your shoulders, relax your hands. And walk your hands in. Slowly make your way up into a seat. Shift your hips to the side and extend your legs long on your mat. Seated in the center of your mat, reach your fingertips forward and take a full breath in. Exhale, slowly roll down onto your back. Walk your heels in and cross your right leg over your left. Reach your fingertips overhead and wrap your right arm underneath your left to make an X, and then interlace your forearms so your palms touch. If this isn't happening for you, you can just bring your hands to your shoulders. Then lift your left foot up off of the mat. So now your shins are parallel to the ground, as are your forearms. And take a breath in. Exhale, curl your elbows in toward your knee. Inhale to lower. Exhale, curl in. Inhale. Exhale. Continue to move. About 3 more times. Moving slowly, use your breath. Last one, curl in. And lower your left foot down, unwind your arms and your legs, reach your arms high before switching sides. Now cross your left leg over your right, reach your arms up, cross your left arm under your right, make your X, find a bind or your hands to your shoulders, lift your right foot up off of the mat. Take a breath in, exhale, coil in. Inhale, exhale in. Inhale out, exhale in. Do about 3 more at your own pace. Keep a connection with your lower back and the mat. If you find that this is compromised, your foot can be on the mat. Listen to your body 1 more time. And lower your right foot down, unwind your arms, unwind your legs. Stretch your legs long on your mat. And take a breath in. And exhale, let it go. Now bend your knees and walk your heels in toward your sitting bones. Feet are hip width distance in parallel. Bring your arms alongside your body with your palms facing the mat. Inhale, peel your lower back, middle back, then upper back up off of the mat to come into bridge pose. You can keep your arms as they are or interlace them underneath you if you'd like to. We've done a lot of shoulder work here, so if your shoulders are a little bit taxed, you may want to skip that. Keep space between your chin and your chest. Watch your belly lift and lower as you breathe. And slowly lower down. Just let your knees soften in toward one another. We're going to take another round of back bend. You're welcome to take bridge just like we just did right now. Or if you'd like to take full wheel back bend, I'll walk you through it. If you're taking bridge, just enter when you're ready. If you're taking wheel, knees are hip width distance. Walk your heels in toward your sitting bones. Bring your hands alongside your ears with your fingertips pointing toward your heels. Inhale, lift up to the crown of your head. Readjust your feet so they're parallel. And then press your hands and feet into the mat. Lift your hips up. Come to your toes if you notice that your toes are pointing out. Pump your chest toward the wall behind you. Take one more breath. And then slowly lower down. Start with your upper back to your middle back to your lower back. Bring your hands to your belly. Let your knees fall in toward one another. Just walk your feet out to the outer edges of your mat. Begin to windshield wiper your knees to the right and left, just to release your lower back. And come back to center. Hug your knees in. Gentle rock side to side. Cross your legs at your ankles. Begin to rock yourself forward and back. Coming up into a seat. Extend your legs long. Flex your toes up. Inhale, reach your arms up high. Exhale, fold forward over your legs. Seated forward fold. Begin to let your heart rate slow down. Slow down your breath. Just let it all go. Begin to roll yourself up into a seat. Bend your left knee and cross your left foot to the outside of your right leg. Hug your knee in and sit tall. Bring your right hand behind you. Inhale, reach your left arm, or bring your left hand behind you. Inhale, reach your right arm up. Exhale, hook your right elbow outside of your left leg, or wrap your right arm around your left leg for a twist. Use the connection with your right arm to wrap your chest open toward the left. And look over your left shoulder. See if you can see the wall behind you with your right eye. And slowly unwind. Come to center. Find a counter twist in the opposite direction. And come back to center. Extend your left leg. Hug your right knee in. Cross your right foot outside of your left leg. Sit tall. Bring your right hand behind you. Inhale, reach your left arm up. Exhale, hook your left elbow outside of your right thigh. And use your right hand as a kickstand to keep your spine long. as you wrap your right shoulder out toward the right. Spy the back wall with your left eye. And come back to center. Bring both feet in toward the center and let your knees open to the sides and sit tall on your inhale. Exhale, fold forward over your legs. Just let your back round. And gently roll yourself up. Bring your hands outside of your legs and draw your knees in toward one another. And roll all the way down onto your back. Extend your legs long, come to lie flat on your back. Coming into Shavasana, our final resting pose. So make yourself comfortable. Just let your feet relax out to the sides, relax your legs. Arms by your sides with your palms facing the ceiling. Soften your shoulder blades down onto your mat. Rest the back of your head onto the ground. Fully supported in this moment. Before we rest in Shavasana, think of something that you'd like to let go of. Something that's no longer serving you. Something that's holding you back or making you feel anxious. Imagine that something lifting out of you right now, floating up toward the sky like a balloon. Just watch it drift away, gently and calmly. Take a big breath in, fill your belly up. And exhale, let it go. Just rest here with your breath in stillness in Shavasana. You're welcome to stay here as long as you wish. If you're ready to be guided out, bring small movements into your fingertips and your toes. Circle your ankles and your wrists. Extend your arms overhead, point your toes, full body stretch. And bend your knees, roll to your side. Pause for a moment in the fetal position. And when you're ready, slowly make your way up into a seat. Keeping your eyes soft or closed. Rest your hands on your legs. And take a moment of gratitude for yourself for showing up. There are many other things you could be doing this morning, and you're taking the time to focus on yourself. So that is good not only for you, but anyone you come in contact with. It is truly an honor to practice with you. And guide your hands together at your heart space. We'll close with one final big group breath. Inhale. Exhale. Thank you so much for joining me. Namaste.